It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see David Njoku. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's going to be a good one under the lights on Sunday night.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Great to have you with us in this primetime battle. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Under the lights, we'll be putting in the spotlight the running backs. These are two teams, Greg, with backs who can tote it and carry it and make guys miss. But they're going to give us a fun old-school game on the ground here tonight.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, Mike, because, I mean, how many of these games have you and I done where we start out saying, all right, the quarterbacks, the wide receiver, these two electric passing games, that's how these offenses are built. But now we have a little bit of a throwback, and for two teams that unapologetically say, we are going to run our offense through the running back position, we don't see that so often anymore. So for two guys like us that understand and appreciate the legacy and the history of this game, I think it's kind of fun.
In anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the former #1 overall pick back in the 2015 draft, former Heisman winner as well, Jameis Winston.
He's coming off such a strong performance last week, Mike, where he did a little bit of everything. Throws for 3 touchdowns, ran for another, but most importantly, leads his team to the big win. I'll tell you what, he has his eyes set on trying to do the same thing here over these next 4 quarters.
Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. The 45.
I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw, here's Winston. That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. And he will get into the end zone. Cedric Tillman. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. 2nd play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. He's got it. And his guys will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. This kick is sent into the air. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up. But overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The defense has got it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him, thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll go with Chubb. And he's going to be taken down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass, unmask the defense, and where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. It's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Here's Chubb. He slams it in there, and he is in. Nick Chubb, touchdown. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Dolphins offense and running back Achane set to go to work once more. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, you can see he's second best among NFL running backs at this point in the year. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. From the gun, here's Tua. That's to his new acquisition in 2024, Odell Beckham Jr. Now a 3rd and 2. Action. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. Winston to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Here's Chubb. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He's got it. It's a touchdown. There is a marker down, but it looked like the defense was offside.
Offside. Defense. That penalty is declined.
Here's Winston at the line. His team ready to go for two.
The offense will line up for a 4-point conversion.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he will get into the end zone and bump the lead up by 2 more.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense going to take over just before the half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. That's taken in left side by Smith.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Hill brought in motion. Tua now on third down. Oh, he coughs up the football. The defense has it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he's in! Nick Chubb has a touchdown. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and his guys are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with with the EA Sports Halftime Report. Yours, Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Patrick Mahomes, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Derrick Henry, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense, Tyreek Hill heading back on the field. And he is right up there amongst the league leaders when it comes to receiving yards by a wideout this year. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now, oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and able to bring him down for a big sack.
Now the former Texas A&M Aggie, here's Devon Achane. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Well, not a great start to this drive offensively. You take the sack on first down, and you're thinking, all right, let's go to the ground game. Let's pick up some of the lost yardage. But then you take a loss again, and now it sets up third and real long, and you find yourself in a tough spot.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
This brought in out past the 20. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Quick throw taken in by Judy. Finding room at midfield. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Right back to Judy. He's got it again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Think back to what they told us during the week, Mike. They said this primetime platform, this is a tremendous opportunity for us to show the entire league and put them on notice. And boy, after this performance, boy, have they ever.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Winston looking to throw. He finds Judy on that one. He'll get it inside the 20. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. This throw left is complete with Judy. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. He's got it, and his guys stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. In motion comes Beckham. A play fake. Now, the ball comes out. But I think the Dolphins are going to be able to hold on. And indeed, they will keep possession. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all.
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So instead of playing safe, the defense brings the heat, brings the quarterback down, and they'll walk off the field with 2 points.
In this situation, Mike, as an offense, you have to be prepared for the blitz. You know the defense smells blood. They want to come get you in the end zone and get 2 points. And that's exactly what they were able to do.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20. That's taken at about the 14. Past midfield. Look at him go. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, it is a beautiful thing to watch. 11 come together. We always focus on the return man, but the entire special teams unit paves the way for that score.
And all week, Mike, when you talk to this group, the coaches thought they had an advantage in the return game, and I think we can see why. They felt their scheme and their blockers was a great matchup against this kickoff unit, and in this case, it's very easy to see why.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And his guys will add one more onto their big lead. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. And this was as good as it gets, all three phases of the game, in perfect harmony as they post the lopsided shutout victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night.